Early Saturday, explosions echoed over Gaza just hours after Hamas conditionally accepted key terms of a US-led ceasefire plan. President Donald Trump's 20-point proposal, once seen as a long shot, is now at the center of renewed hope and high-stakes diplomacy. But Hamas's acceptance comes with demands, and Israel is preparing to act. Here's how the story unfolds.
A blast echoed across Gaza early Saturday morning, October 4th, smoke rising into the sky, a tense moment as the region appears on the brink of a potential ceasefire. Hamas has conditionally accepted key elements of a US-brokered peace plan led by President Donald Trump. The group has agreed to release all Israeli hostages, both living and deceased, but only under specific terms. Among Hamas's demands, an immediate halt to Israeli military operations in Gaza, the release of 250 Palestinians serving life sentences, release of 1,700 Gazans detained after October 7th attacks, and for every deceased Israeli hostage, the return of 15 deceased Gazans.
I'm really happy if the plan comes to action and the hostages come free, but I'll believe it when I see it. I'm very reluctant to think that something might not go wrong along the way before it actually happens.
The proposal also calls for a phased withdrawal of Israeli forces tied to demilitarization benchmarks. Hamas has agreed to transfer Gaza's administration to a technocratic Palestinian body formed by national consensus and backed by Arab and Islamic nations. However, it insists on remaining part of any future Palestinian political framework, something voices on the street are not overtly in support of.
We do not want a deal like that with Lebanon, where they have assassinated more than 500 people since the ceasefire. We want a deal that completely stops the war and grant access to aid for the civilians. As for the ruling party that may rule Gaza, there is nothing wrong with a technocratic entity.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office responded swiftly, announcing preparations for the immediate implementation of the plan's first stage.
If this initiative fails, for all its faults, at least in focusing on the ceasefire terms and then leaving the day after questions for later, as long as he's open for that and is willing to pull the muscle behind it, then I think we can actually see the US play that constructive role.
President Trump's 20-point peace blueprint demands that Hamas fully disarm and relinquish any role in Gaza's future governance.
I want to thank the countries that helped me put this together: Qatar, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, and so many others. So many people fought so hard. This is a big day. We'll see how it all turns out. We have to get the final word down in concrete.
The Trump plan envisions a temporary international authority overseeing Gaza, with eventual control handed to the West Bank-based Palestinian Authority. As smoke clears over Gaza, the world watches closely, hopeful that diplomacy may finally silence the guns. Bureau Report, DD India.
The global leaders call for dialogue and an end to violence as attention shifts to implementing the Gaza peace plan and also securing a lasting resolution through ceasefire and humanitarian access. Let's look at this report.
Global support for Gaza peace plan surged on Saturday after Hamas announced its decision to accept parts of US proposed Gaza peace plan. Leaders from across the globe, including European Union chief to French President Macron and country heads of UK, Spain, Canada, Australia and Germany, welcomed the move as a crucial step toward lasting peace. India also voiced strong support for the Gaza peace plan, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi praised its progress. In a post on X, PM Modi wrote that we welcome President Trump's leadership as peace efforts in Gaza make decisive progress. Indications of the release of hostages mark a significant step forward. India will continue to strongly support all efforts towards a durable and just peace. Secretary General of the United Nations Antonio Guterres encouraged Hamas's recent decision, expressing support for all initiatives aimed at preventing further suffering. UN Rights Chief Volker Turk described Trump's Gaza peace plan as a vital opportunity to stop the long-standing conflict once and for all. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen called for an immediate ceasefire, while French President Emmanuel Macron termed it an opportunity to make decisive progress towards peace. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, Prime Ministers of UK, Canada, and Australia echoed their commitment to end the conflict and to work towards peace and security in the region with a sustainable two-state solution. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan lauded Hamas's response and urged Israel to stop its military operations.
We welcome the response that Hamas gave to Mr. Trump's peace plan. As it has done so many times in the past, Hamas has shown it is ready for peace.
Qatar and Egypt also hailed the move, urging a ceasefire, the release of hostages, and humanitarian aid. The widespread international reaction to Hamas's announcement has sparked a wave of optimism, with leaders urging all parties to seize this rare window of opportunity to bring a definitive end to the over 2-year-long conflict. Bureau Report, DD India.